When students, faculty, and staff arrived back at Williston Central School in late August, they entered a space transformed by the completion of a major renovation project that took place just over the last year and a half.
So we had, air handling units, roofs, windows, ceilings that were, well beyond their probably intended lifespan. When you think about a window from 1949. Was still the window that we were using to keep the cold out and the heat in. So there was a conversation really 3 years ago about what's the best way to address some of these concerns. And it became very quickly clear that it was beyond the scope of things you could take care of within the scope of the regular operations and maintenance budget in a school budget.
Voters approved the $19.8 million bond in November 2016 for the project that would upgrade the facilities to address deferred maintenance, improve aesthetics, and transform learning spaces in the 3rd through 8th grade school.
Some of the more obvious things when you first walk in the building are cosmetic. You notice that the concrete outside is even and safe, and the curbs and the concrete line up, and we got rid of a lot of the cracked, almost all the cracked and heaving asphalt to eliminate trip hazard. And you walk in to see a newly renovated front office space that features a nice wooden slat ceiling and recessed lighting, and brings natural light into our office, which it previously didn't have. You'd also right off the bat notice that there's a fresh coat of paint on everything, new ceiling in the corridors, new LED lighting, new flooring. The library's one example in the school where it was more than just let's fix up this space. It was really full scale. Let's redesign this space and make it more aligned with the way kids use libraries in the 21st century.
And thanks to the renovation, the library isn't a warehouse for things anymore. It's really an inviting space for students, and their reaction has just been incredible. We had one student come in at the start who was just like, like so happy. They're all so excited. This has definitely been the biggest transformation. And, students love being here, and that's what we want. We want them to love being in the library and reading.
My name's Leo, and I'm in 5th grade. And I think the library just is amazing, and this part over there that almost like a fort, that'll be really cool for people to come in after school or not even after school, and they can chill out in there, and everything is just so open.
I'm the family consumer science teacher at Williston Central School. This is my brand new gorgeous space. When I met with the architect, I told them that my kids don't come in saying I want to cook in my house. They say I want to be a chef, or I want to work in a restaurant, or they've seen all the cooking shows and they want to do that. So they really modeled it after what it looks like in a restaurant kitchen. I teach a lot of different things. I teach health class, I teach sewing, I teach cooking, I teach careers and budgeting and finance. And so my classroom is completely modular to fit, especially during the day. I can be teaching 3 completely different classes. So I can kind of ebb and weave as I need to. All my tables are on wheels. My carts over there are on wheels, so I can move as I need to in my classroom.
So my name's Alessandro. I'm an 8th grader at Williston Central School. Being a student, just coming in, on the first day of school, seeing all the renovations, just the wow factor, how much all the time and effort that was put into this is amazing. And all the people that were working on it, really put their all into this, and it paid off tremendously. So as a student, seeing this, it's wow, I'm gonna be in my last school year, and it's going to look amazing.
A major piece you won't see, but will certainly feel, is the heating and ventilation system improvement, a $5 million component of the project. The old system was completely removed, and the new system was built from scratch. All the windows were also replaced with modern airtight units. The entire building is now set up with sprinklers, and that cost was just over $1 million.
Hello, I'm Ethan. I'm in 8th grade and I'm 13 years old. I like the tech ed room. It's way more open. They took down the giant curtain that restricted a third of the room, so now it's just one big open space. There's a 3D printers. It's painted. It's just really cool. So it looks new and fresh.
So and you think about all the little things that children and teachers experience from all the little enhancements, whether it's the feeling you get because, oh, that's a fun color, or I'm walking on a new floor and there's a new light above me. There's those things that you can't really right, they're intangible. But then there are the more tangible things where, the air in here is better and the light in here is better. So that's been really exciting to see the kids come and to watch their faces as they walk through the new spaces and appreciate it. To see them fill up the new cubbies with their stuff and how they take pride in making it neat. I'm sure it'll look a little different in a month, but that's just been really, really exciting. And the hope is, too, that when you're in a place that you're really proud of, because it's really new and shiny and the people around you have said, this is important enough that we're investing in, that the kids then are thinking, you know what, I better be careful about how I take care of this space. Because it is something that the community has invested in, and it is something that's in really good shape. So I better do my part in keeping it that way.